Hi, seventh grade. We are looking at lesson 9.3, understanding box plots. And we're going to mark a line right through and mean absolute deviation. This is it is a concept for another day, maybe even another school year. But box plots are what we are looking at, how to make them, how to read them, and understand them. And before we get into the lesson, I think you need to know what a box plot is. Well, this is a picture of a box plot. And I think to understand it, let's look at what it is and how to create one. A box plot is a graphic representation of data that shows the quartiles. So it divides the data into quarters, into 25%. And we are going to make a box plot. This is from one of the other questions on interquartile range. And I got this data from one of our questions there. The ages of a group of fitness instructors, and here are the ages. And to save time, I rewrote them in order from least to greatest. Now, to make a box plot, you need 5 pieces of information. You need the minimum. I think in the lesson they call it the lower extreme. You need the maximum. And then you need your quartiles. You need quartile 1, quartile 2, which is also the median, and quartile 3. Okay? So you need those 5 pieces of data. Well, we can look and see the maximum and minimum right away. Our minimum is 23. Our maximum is 59. Okay? And then we can, now we need to find our quartiles. So the first thing we do is we find the median. And I'm going to just lightly mark out. Actually, maybe I underline it because I'm going to need those numbers. All right. So 23, smallest, largest, smallest, largest, smallest, largest, smallest, largest. Yay, median is 38. That's Q2. And then we need to figure out the quartile 1. So we're going to look at the lower half, smallest, largest. And we've got 2 left. Well, what number is between 27 and 29? We need right there is our median, and it is 28. And then we need our upper quartile. So smallest, largest. We've got 45 and 50. And the number that is right in the middle between 45 and 50, that is our median, and that is 47.5. Okay, to make a box plot, basically, is you make a number line, and the number line contains points at 23, 59, 38, and 47, and 28, and 47.5. And these probably, I should have probably picked a little easier numbers to work with. We've got a decimal. It's fairly, from 23 to 59 is how far I have to go. I could count by 2s maybe, 23 to 59. That's 36, so I'd have 18 points. Okay, I'm going to count by 2s. All right, so you're going to make a number line. Your minimum and your maximum need to be at either extreme. So I am going to write, I said 23 is our minimum. All right, I am going to count by 2s, 23, but I'm not going to label each one. 23, 25, 27, 29, right, 29, 31, 33, 35, 37, 39, 41, 43, 45, 47, 49, 51, 53, 55, 57. I need one more. One more. I need to get to 59. All right, 55, 57, 59. All right, so there is a number line. We need to plot these 5 points. So we are going to make a dot above 23. We need a dot above 59. Okay. Then we need a dot above 28. Okay, this is 20. 28 is going to be right between, because remember we counted, that's 27, 29, 28 is going to be right there. We need one at 38, 35, there's 37, and 39, 38 is right in the middle. So I'm going to put a dot there. And I need one at 47.5. So 45, 47, 49, 47.5 would probably be about here. Okay. All right, so this is how a box plot works. Now I've got my 5 points, and you're going to connect your minimum to Q1, your maximum to Q3, okay? And then you're going to make a box in the middle like this. All right, I may go ahead and close that box. So this is a box plot. Oh, and then we draw a line here. And a box plot, what it does is it separates the data into quartiles. So 1/4 of the fitness instructors are in this age range, are between 23 and 28 years old. Then 25% or 1/4 of our fitness instructors are between 28 and 38. And then 1/4 of our fitness instructors are between 38, and this was 47.5. And then 1/4 of our fitness instructors are at this age. So a box plot takes the maximum and minimum, and then the quartiles, and it kind of shows you how the data is distributed. There are just as many fitness instructors in this age range as there are in this age range. And so what that tells me is that more of them are clustered around this age. We have more of our data clustered here, whereas this is kind of spread out. All right, so let's look, now that you kind of get an idea on how to make one, let's look at the box plots and answer some questions together. Number 1 says, or the directions say, state Q1, Q2, Q3, the lower extreme. The lower extreme is your minimum, and the upper extreme, that's your maximum, values as shown in the box plots. Then calculate the interquartile range. All right, if you remember from our last lesson, interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, and it tells the range of half, the middle half of our data. Okay, so let's look at this. I see our 5 points. Okay, this first point goes with 1,000, and so that is our lower extreme. This is our minimum, our smallest number. So our lower extreme is 1,000. Okay, this is Q1, Q2, Q3. All right, so Q1, we're right in the middle between 1,200 and 1,400. Well, what's between 1,200 and 1,400? 1,300. So Q1 is 1,300. Q1. Q2 is this one, and that is right over 1,600. Q3 is this one, which is over 1,800. And then our upper extreme our maximum is 2,200. All right, so I've got my five data values. Now we have to calculate IQR. IQR is Q3 minus Q1. Well, Q3 is 1,800 minus Q1 is 1,300. I may need to let my dog out. And 1,800 minus 1,300 is 500. All right, I'm gonna let my dog out. I want you to start finding the 5 data points for number 2. All right, and I will be right back. He likes to sound vicious. He's trying to scare the squirrels away. All right, so our lower extreme is our minimum, and our lower extreme, 1.0. Q1 is our next point. That's at 3.0. Q2 is our next point, 3.5. Q3 is our next point, 4.5. And then our upper extreme is 5.0. All right, so there are 5 data points. The next question, what is the interquartile range? Q3 is 4.5 minus Q1 is 3.0. You get 1.5. So IQR, interquartile range, is 1.5. All right. I want you to try number 3 on your own. And let's look at number 5. Now the first set, they drew the box plot for you. This set of questions says, draw a box plot for the given 5-point summary. Include a numeric scale for the number line. Label the box plot with a 5-point summary. All right, the most difficult part of making a box plot is, I think, deciding what is your scale for counting on the number line. And you have to look at your data to decide. So I am looking my lower and upper. I need my number line to go from 42.5 to 62.5, okay? And I need it to go, oh, it has 0.5, all right, 42.5 to 62.5. Let's see, that is going up like 20 points. 20 points. Okay, how do I want to write? Oh, I better make that lower. So I can make my box plot. Okay. Maybe we can try 0.5. That's half of a number. So it'll be like 40. All right. What if I did 42, 43, 44? Let's just count by, they're all, no, they're, okay. Let's count by ones. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 40, I'm gonna run out of space, I think. 48, 49, 50. I need to get to 62. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, it's a little bit off, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, oh boy, 62, this probably was not the best choice, but that's okay. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, etc. All right, I didn't label them all, but you get the idea. All right, 47.5 is Q1. So we need to go to 47.5. Well, 47.5 would be right between 47 and 48. So this is going to be our Q1. Q2 is 55 exactly, which is right here. Q3 is 60.0, right there. The lower is 42.5, which should be down here between 42 and 43. And the upper is 62.5, which would be between 62 and 63. Okay, I've got my 5 points. I'm going to connect my lower extreme to Q1, connect Q3 to this, and then I'm going to make a box that goes around, it goes through these 3 points like this. I need to go ahead and draw my line through there and go like that. All right. Actually, I didn't have you draw a line through there. This just goes like that. All right, so what this tells us is, remember, this divides our data into quartiles, and there are just as many data points here as there are here. So my data is really clustered here, and it's clustered here, and it's a little more spread out over here. So this gives us a sense of the spread of our data. So that's 5. So what I want you to do is 4. Now we're going from 0 to 50. These are multiples of 5. So I may count by 5s. I would count by 5s here and make your number line go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's look at this one at number 6. What should we count by there? Our lower extreme was 575 to 900. We could count by 25s, 575, 600, 625, 650, 675, 700. We could do that. Maybe count by, maybe count by 25s, maybe by 50s. You figure out what you want to count by and just do the best you can with that. All right, let's look at number 7. Number 7 says use the data in the table to answer the following. So we have this table, says it shows the typing speed in words per minute of 12 typists. And then we've got this. 7 says to calculate Q1, Q2, and Q3. So what we need to do is put these in order from least to greatest. I see 16, 18, 18. So I'm going to write my numbers in order. In the 20s, let's see, I've got 24, 27, 28, 24, 27, 28. I'm leaving a little space in case I make a mistake. I can just squeeze one in there. All right, oh, 29, almost missed that one. All right, then I've got 30 and 37. 30, 37, and 40. Oh, there's another 30. 30, 30, 37, and then 40 and 42. Maybe I spread it out too much. All right, I always check to make sure I wrote down all the numbers. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 numbers. I've written down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12 in my list, 12 that I've written. So the first thing we need to do is figure out the median. Smallest, largest, smallest, largest, smallest, largest, smallest, largest, smallest, largest. Okay, we've got 2 in the middle, 28 and 29. Our median is right between there. So the median would be 28.5. Okay, now I need to figure out Q1. So smallest, largest, smallest, largest, between 18 and 24. 18 and 24. What is between 18 and 24? Well, they're 6 apart. So halfway would be whatever's 3 apart from each. So 18 plus 3 more is 21. 21 is 3 apart. So this is 21. Yep. And then we got to figure out Q2. Smallest, largest, 30 and 37. Well, I know what's in the middle between 0 and 7 is 3.5. So between 30 and 37 would be 33.5 or 33.5. Okay, so Q1 is 21. Q2 is 28.5. Q3 is 33.5. All right, so you are going to need to draw a box plot of this data, of the typing speed. So go ahead and draw the box plot. I want you to do that on B. C asks about the absolute mean, the mean absolute deviation, and we are going to omit that. Number 10 asks you, it says the table shows the 400-meter freestyle records in seconds of the top 10 swimmers in a swimming club. Calculate the mean record. All right, we're going to omit 11 and 12 because that's mean absolute deviation. And what does that mean? I do want you to find the mean of this. Do you remember how to find the mean? You may use a calculator, but you're going to add all these up and then divide by the number of data there are. Okay, so find the mean of these numbers. All right, class, that was a crash course in box plots. But I hope you get a sense of what a box plot is, what you need to make one, and then how to make one. All right, class, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.